Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever and whenever you are. My name is Benjamin, and welcome to another GameMaker tutorial. Now, this tutorial is a much requested tutorial. I had a lot of people asking for this one. This is going to be part 5 to the random level generation tutorial series. And I'm going to show you how to do two things in this one. The first thing I'm going to show you how to do is remove the single walls, so that that helps clean up the level just a little bit. So you've got single individual walls are just gone from the levels. And then I'm going to also show you guys how you can save and load your randomly generated levels into the game. And we're going to do that in a really basic kind of way, but it should give you an idea of how you can do it, and then you can implement it in a more functional way. So let me show you what that's going to be like. I'm going to run this game right here. And this is the test project, and it says, would you like to load a room? We're going to say no for this first time. You can see it's generated this level, which has a really, really long way down, and then kind of an interesting step thing here. Try and remember what this level looks like. It's got that long way down. So we're going to press the S key, and we're going to save this room. So we're going to save it as long hallway. Okay. And then we're just going to close the game. Now we're going to run the game again. Well, oops. I'm running the wrong one. So let's actually stop that. So I'm going to run the game again, and I could have just hit space to restart and then load the level from there. But would you like to load a room? Yes, we're going to load long hallway. And you can see, here we go. We have loaded that level, and it looks just like it did before. And so that's really cool. And then there are no single walls. You can see this is two walls next to each other. There's going to be no single ones. That just helps clean up the level design just a little bit. Let me move that over. Okay, let's get started. First, let me show you how to clean up the single walls, because that's the easiest one to do. It's just a few lines of code, and we are done. So let's come into the level and the create event. We're going to come down after we've created the level. You can see where we're adding the walls. Let's copy this entire thing like that. And you could actually do it inside of here. It'd be slightly more optimized, but this really isn't going to make a difference, trust me. So unless you have huge rooms, then it might. What we're going to do is we're going to check. In this if statement, we're just looping through from 1 to -1. In this if statement, we're going to check to see if we are a wall. And then we're going to check around us to see if all the blocks around us are a floor, because that would mean we're a single wall. So if we are a wall and grid, and might as well just copy this. And grid equals floor. And then I'm going to copy this because we have to do it a few times too. So let me maximize this. Scroll up just a bit. Okay. I'm going to paste it. So we've got, let's see, let's pretend that's up, down, left, right. So we need 4 of those. Then what we're going to do is we're going to come if x plus 1, x minus 1, y plus 1, and y minus 1. And there you go. Now we're checking if we are a wall, and then each of the corresponding tiles around us are floors. Then we need to make sure we're not a wall. So then we're just going to do grid xx yy equals floor. So we're going to set ourselves to a floor instead of a wall. And it's important to do this before we draw the level, draw the floor tiles, or else you'll have a blank space there. And that's it. You're done. That part's done. Let's do loading and saving the level now. And I'm going to open up. We're just going to add in a quick little key press event. And we're going to do the S key. Now how this works is we actually don't save the information for the entire level. So when these levels are randomly generated, there's actually no such thing as perfectly random. So the computer gets what's called a seed value, and it uses that seed to generate the room. And so if we save that seed value, then all we have to do is load that seed value and then run the generation code again, and it will generate it exactly how it was before. So that's all we're going to do in this save function, is save that seed value. If you come over, we're just going to do save the room, and we're going to do, I'm looking at my source here. I just want to bring it a little closer. We're going to use an INI file to do this. INI open. I'm just going to call it save.ini. And the nice thing is that if you haven't, make sure you use this double quotes for both. If you haven't created this file before, GameMaker automatically creates it when it tries to open it. Var key equals var val equals any write real, which just means write a number. We're going to save it in rooms key value. So we're just writing this value for this key. The key is going to be the name of the room, and the value is going to be the seed that was used to generate it. And this is the section that we're saving it to, so we can organize the save file. We're just going to save it in rooms. Then we do ini close. And that's all we need. Although we do have to get the key and value. So we're going to do, for the key, we're going to do get string. And like I said, this is just a quick way to do this. You'd probably want to get the information, the name from the user in a different way, because this is going to bring up a little pop-up thing that's not going to look quite as nice. It's not going to feel part of the game. What will you name the room? And then default is the default name. That's if they don't put anything in, it's going to just have the name be default. And the value is going to be random get seed. So like I said, that's the seed that was used to create this room. So we're just going to get that seed value and then save it in our INI file. Now we need to make sure that when we run our code here at the start, that we don't that we get the new seed before we run the level generation code. So we're going to do that. I'm just going to do it right after we do this, right after we fill the grid with the void. So we're going to do load a room, and we're going to do if show question, would you like to load a room? So show question is going to return true if they answer yes, and false if they answer no. So if they do want to, we're going to do an else here. Else, we're going to call randomize. I think we're actually calling randomize somewhere in here. Maybe not. Maybe we weren't. Yeah, calling randomize, just make sure this just randomizes the seed. So, but if we load a seed, we want to have that one. If we don't, we'll randomize it. So we're going to do var key equals get string. What is the name of the room? And then we're just going to do default for the name. And then we're going to do ini open. Save.ini, because that's what we named it. Var seed equals ini read real, and the section is rooms. The key is going to be key, which is what we got up there, and the default is going to be 0. Just doing a default value of 0. So if the room doesn't exist, it's just going to load a seed of 0. I'm not sure what that would actually look like. I didn't try that. We should try it after this. Then we're going to do random set seed, and then set the seed to seed, which is the variable we got here. So we're just opening the INI file, getting the seed that we already saved, and then setting our random seed to that. Now this should work. Let's run the game and make sure. Would you like to load a room? No. Okay, so this room's kind of an interesting one. There's nothing really unique about it. Let's load a new one. No. Okay, this one's pretty obvious. You start out and we're kind of in this little corner hallway thing. So let's save this one. We'll hit save, and we'll just call this one corner. Corner. Save. And we'll press space. Would you like to load a room? Yes. What room would we like to load? Corner. And there we go. We loaded the exact same room. So now you have saving. Let's see what happens when you try and load one that doesn't exist. I'm curious. I've never tried it. Huh. Interesting. It's just some room. I wonder if your guys's will be generated the exact same way. If you wanted to get a room that someone else generated or share your rooms, you could share the seed and then save those seeds and it would generate that same room. So anyways, hopefully you guys learned something from this video. I forgot to do this, but I'm probably going to post my website in the video so you can go check that out if you're interested in my book or my Game Maker course on Udemy. Those are both on my website, so check them out. But if this video is helpful to you, make sure you share it on Twitter and thumbs up the video and all those things. Share it on social media. I'm going to be doing the Ludum Dare this weekend, so I'm really excited about that. I will be streaming it, so be sure and go follow my Twitch channel. There'll be a link in the description for my Twitch, but I'm going to be doing that and I'm super excited. So I will see you guys soon, and thank you for watching the video.